Welcome into a special edition of Raiders franchise. We are into the offseason now. As you see, we have almost $100 million in cap space. If we take a look at the season recap, Patrick Mahomes wins MVP. Brian Callahan wins Coach of the Year. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Offensive Player of the Year. Left outside linebacker TJ Watt wins Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year is our running back Ashton Jeanty. And Defensive Player of the Year, or Defensive Rookie of the Year, is Packers Edgerrin Cooper. The Detroit Lions beat the Bills in the Super Bowl. They've made 5 Super Bowls and lost all of them. Finally, the Lions get their first ring. And Jack Campbell is going to be Super Bowl MVP. Now, we do have some retirements I'm going to see. So, Danico Autry, Cam Hayward, a couple guys that'll probably be Hall of Famers, Kyle Van Noy, Aaron Rodgers is gone, Thielen is gone, Trent Williams is gone, Kirko's gone, Calais Campbell, Raheem Mostert has retired, Joe Flacco has retired, Cordero Patterson. It actually doesn't look like we've had any Raiders retire. No Raiders have retired. That's oh. As I'm now realizing, my microphone is all the way over here. Yep, alright. Don't worry, I'm loud enough, I believe. But into this offseason, we have a couple things that we're going to want to look at. First things first, let's meet with our offensive coordinator. Our offense was fairly good. Wanted to touch base with you on some off-season workouts. Who do you want to talk to? I want to make Jeanty as good as possible. I want Jeanty to be as good as he possibly can. I want him to be a 99 at the end of the season. That is my goal. Coach, they told me they wanted to talk to me. What are you focusing during the off-season workouts? Juke moves, stiff arm, my vision as a runner, and trucking defenders. I mean, sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Come back in the offseason like a massive boost. Media availability. I'm assuming this is our end of season recap. Hi, everybody. Okay. Let's talk about the next few months. Next few months, I'll tell you what we want. We want to bring in a true young wide receiver to pair with Jack Betch for the future. Make sure we win the draft. What does that mean? There probably isn't going to be an 80-plus overall in the draft. I am looking for difference makers. I don't know if there's any 80-plus overall players in this whole class. Maybe that quarterback that we could take at number 1, but I think we'd almost be better off if we traded back. As it's just going to be practice squad upgraders. So, scouting college players, I want to see if we know anything else. Gil Finley looks like he's going to be so good. But, quarterback is a need, yes. But I think I would almost rather, and to an extent prefer, Monty Smith, number 1 overall. I don't know what Tyree Wilson's role would be for next year, but I think Monty Smith should be our number 1 overall pick. I might want to trade down depending on what the final mock draft says and try and get some capital back for years to come. We're going to go to re-sign players. I don't believe there's anybody I'd want to bring back. But if there is, I'll probably pick up Jordan Davis's fifth-year option, and then we'll be back at it. So we are into free agency period number 1. We can actually see combine results. This could be interesting. Let's take a look at Monty Smith's 40 times. Okay, so we know everything about his actual physical attributes. Okay, this is a great time to start looking at the quarterbacks now that we know exactly what they're going to be in terms of athleticism. Actually, let's just take a look at all the favorites. What is Cody Grant going to be good at? Well, he's going to be good at being a solid athlete. He's actually a very good athlete. It looks like he could be a fun piece out of Stanford. Mike Davis is a day 3 talent. He has the number 1 40 time out of all quarterbacks with elite throw power. This does not look... I'm assuming it's because of the awareness is way down that it's killing his overall. He looks good. He looks really good. What is his worst attribute? The fact that he doesn't have good stamina? He's a quarterback. That's fine. C, short accuracy is his weakness. I feel... Maybe I'm stupid. That the fact that he's projected around 3 to 4 and he's actually worse than what his true talent says. Like, that's a really good player. Gary Werner, I really want, like, so bad. He's got A block shit, A pursuit, A tackle. He's a very good athlete. He's got good coverages. Got good man coverage. Good injury. C zone coverage. Gary Werner looks like he's just going to be a solid player. Looking at the wide receivers, Alex Lordale has great speed. Nowhere near the fastest in this class. Let's take a look. Jimmy Parker. He's massive, but that's not really what I'm looking for. And then Quincy Newell only has good speed. In fact, he's even slower than the other guys. Trying to find some gems in this draft class is going to be difficult. Espinoza, someone I also looked at, but that would, like, he's got elite speed, elite jumping, and he's good at everything else. Like, there's very good players down this board. I just don't know who I should be taking here. And we also got some good corner prospects in this draft. Taking a look at this team, surface level, we need a new right tackle. We need a new right guard. Probably would want to bring in another fullback. Running back, we're fine with. Gentie's playing up to a 90 overall. Defensively, if I like the Cameron Richardson, he's probably not going to be the answer. Tyree Wilson is good, probably not going to be the answer. Devin White played good, probably not the answer. Isaiah Simmons, fixing strong safety is probably out of everything the least concerned I am. The linebacker core looks like it's coming together. It's coming together very, very well. Time to see who is in free agency for us. Bobby Wagner. It's a one-year guy. Is there anybody interested in coming? No one is really interested in joining us. David Bakhtiari has no offers. I'll give David Bakhtiari a one-year, $10 million contract to play right tackle for us. Like, that's basically zero money, and he doesn't really have any place else he can go. There's not really what exactly I was hoping there to be. Cam Akers is there. I don't really need that. Chuck Clark, no. Evan McPherson, don't need that. Actually, Jedrick Wills, if he's going to be cheaper, which it looks like he is going to be, I'm fine with him being our right tackle of the future. Hold up. Targeted. Yeah. We're going to withdraw on David Bakhtiari. Jedrick Wills is going to be our right tackle of the future. Let's take a look at guards. What's looking at the right guard? A whole lot of nothing. Left guard is about as dry. There's really no one that I'm looking at and getting excited over that's a member of this free agent class. Like Baron Browning, not really. I mean, he's got good athleticism. Bobby Wagner kind of looks like he says that he wants to join us. Like, he would be an instant upgrade over Devin White. He doesn't look like he's going to be that expensive. Give him $9 million a year? Like, does that move the needle? He's 35, so I don't really know what he's going to be able to get that's much higher than that. As we could bring back Erlinda Roberts. He was really good for us. Nothing really that's like popping out to me. We could bring Khalil Mack in for a year, bring him home. Don't really know why we would want to do that, although that would solve an edge rush spot. Pair him up. There's not really much more I want. What about in corners? Mike Hilton's the best I got. Hold up. I want to see exactly what Kader is good at. If Kader has decent cover skills, okay, he can actually play man coverage. This is a guy that I'm willing to go out and pay for. He's fairly young, and he's fairly athletic. Does 3.5 million or 6.5 get it done? Probably not. What are the Buccaneers offering you? What if I give you $7 million a year? Okay, we're tied up. I'm good with that. Safeties, Eli Molden. No. And then strong safety, Jimmy Ward for a year. Jordan Porter for a year. Not really moving the needle. We could bring in Jamal Adams. How he fell off needs to be studied. What about quarterback? Who needs to come in and compete for a quarterback spot? As there's Aiden O'Connell. Who did I just see had star dev? I swear I just saw someone with star dev, and I was like, what? Is there like... Trey Lance isn't a bad quarterback. Like, actually, I mean, he is. So I'm not going to sign him. Like, he could be so much worse. Zach Wilson actually wants to come to Vegas. Well, shocker. Little party boy wants to come to Vegas. He doesn't want anything much. We'll probably draft a quarterback. I don't see him getting signed. We're going to go to our targeted, and we're going to run an Evo period and see if we can't get our guys. Bobby Wagner has more competitive offers. We were able to bring in Jedrick Wills, and that corner is going to Tampa Bay. Bobby Wagner has more intriguing deals. I'm willing to give you 10 mil. 10 mil, Bobby Wagner. How bad you want it? It's evened up. It's a coin flip. Bobby Wagner is going back to the Commanders. We need a fullback. I don't see anyone going after Patrick Ricard. That's a lot of money for a fullback. That is a whole lot of money. I'd rather give it to Reggie. He wants just as much. Okay, hold up. What are the fullbacks doing? Carson Steele, you can't be asking for that much. I'm giving you a 7-year deal. And you can have $2.5 million a year. There's no way, as a fullback, you can look me in the eyes and say no to that. If you don't sign that, you're stupid. Because no one is going to want you, Carson. We are going to advance to next week. The 5th and final mock draft is out. Where do they have... Do they have him falling? Why is he... Did I just not see him? Am I dumb and blind? Okay, they have him going at number 7 overall. Okay. Number 7. I think Cole Bin's going to be good. He's a good zone. He can't cover in man. He's only an okay athlete. I'm good with skipping on Cole Bin's. Now, I do think I want to trade Jacoby Myers at the peak of his value. Levante David is sitting there. Shaq Mason, I was never going to offer on you. David Bakhtiari is just chilling there. If I can throw you into left guard, Alaric, that would be pretty cool. You're 27 years old. You want a decent amount of money. I don't need to be frugal. I have almost $90 million in cap space. $3 years at $10 million. That should be enough to get it done. And then looking at our targeted, Steele's an idiot for not trying to come. Okay, you will play. Actually, I might slide Jed Wills, because aren't they trying to move him to guard in real life? Because he's been a very mediocre tackle. Okay, what do we want? Fine, you can have $3 million as a fullback. Just sign with me, please. Are you actually not going to sign? There we go. We brought back 3 free agents and you revamped O-line. Unable to get the linebackers we wanted. Not too mad about that. Mike Hilton has no offers. He's slow and small. So I don't really know what I want to do with that. Ben Scariff, no. Alex Singleton is fast, and that's about it. Corner, what does Daryl Barker do? Let's take a look at corner one more time. Let's find out about Daryl Barker. View player card. Okay, he's actually not bad in coverage. I think it might be worth trying to give you a contract, good sir. I want 3 years. Bump it down to $5 million. And hopefully call that a weekend. So now our offensive line all of a sudden looks significantly better. Now here comes the problem with Geno Smith. Right. I think we need to trade him. Don't think we need to try and trade him. What is the most we can get back? Joe Patonio, B.J. Ojolari, Cordell Flott. The Joe Tittman trade has me intrigued. That would be the final piece to our linebacker core. But I know that there's a linebacker that I can get in the third round that I like a lot more. We are going to counter offer. I'm fine. Can I move Jackson Powers Johnson and Joe Tippmann? I would like to move probably Joe Tippmann to guard. He's younger. He's going to be just as good as Dylan Parham. Dylan Parham has 1 year left on his deal. Same with Alex Kappa. I think I'd rather send Alex Kappa away in this deal too. They have so much cap space. And is there like any like marginal players? Is there like a receiver down the board? Like Alan Lazard is making how much money? Holy hell. They have multiple tight ends. Mason Taylor. Center Joe Tip. I mean, they have Josh Myers. Elijah Vera Tucker. No, because he's getting paid a lot more money. I think this is going to be the trade. We're getting rid of Alex Kappa's contract. We're moving on from Geno Smith. He is going to the Jets for an exchange of a lot of picks. Now, we do only have one quarterback on roster. Actually, we need to update this. Joe Tippmann is going to bounce out to right guard. And now we have a very good-looking offensive line. Donald Parham has just became the greatest utility offensive lineman. So if any of these three guys get hurt, Dylan Parham has a chance to slide in. DJ Glaze is still here. We also have Mulford still here to take spots. We do only have one quarterback on roster. Jacoby Myers, I think I want to trade. Darren Porter is going to be CB2. Eric Stokes is going to slide down to CB3. And I think I'm going to offer on a quarterback just to get a second one in the building pre-draft. What is the quarterback situation looking like in free agency? Levante David still has no offers. Wouldn't it be a bad depth piece, quarterback-wise? You want to be here. You're young, 4 years. Take the money down to 3. Yeah, okay, well, it's either that or 60. So just over $3 million. What options do you have, Zach? That's what I thought. Welcome to the Raiders, Zach Wilson. So now we have scouting private workouts. We are going to... I want to know if Gil Finley's going to be that insane of a prospect. If he's like top 5 overall, I don't think we're going to be able to find out unless we do that. I want to also look at Espinoza. And Monty Smith. That is who we are going to do our advanced scouting on. And we'll sim to next week. So the prospects that we're looking at right here. Monty Smith is a round 1 to 2 talent. Glenn Carrington is around 2 to 3 talent. Gil Finley is around 2 to 3 talent. So the quarterbacks are not as good as we hoped. Espinoza's 2 to 3. I do know I like Monty Smith a lot. And maybe this is just, he's such a good athlete. D power moves is not great. He is not going to play like as a linebacker for, so I do not care about coverages. If I move him to right outside linebacker or right end, I'm willing to bet his overall will jump substantially. I'm going to try and trade back to 7. Maybe this guy's going to be good, but I don't like him more than Monty. I truly don't. Let's take a look at receivers. We know a lot about Newell. Jimmy Parker is an intriguing prospect because he's 6'5". He can't run routes, and he's only has good speed. Which, I mean, 4.4 speed isn't bad. Pre-draft, I think I want to trade Jakobi Meyers. And I'm going to try and figure out what offers are out there for Jakobi Meyers. Jermaine Burton is an option. Marvin Mims is an intriguing option. Devin Bush, who we passed on. Nolan Smith is exciting, to say the least. Deonte Banks. Ooh. Hold up. What do I want to do? Because I would love having Nolan Smith play end for me. He's going to be fast, and we're just basically building the Eagles line at that point. Or I can get Deonte Banks. What does Deonte Banks look like? View player card. Because I know he's fast. His coverages aren't great. But he's 6'2" with elite movement skills. I know we need corner, but pass rush is important. I almost feel like I'm obliged to do the Nolan Smith thing. Because the picks are... It's still 7th round picks either way. Giants one's better. It doesn't necessarily matter. Counter offer. View player card, man. 90 speed coming off the edge. 81 finesse moves. 70 power moves. We could then look to trade back and draft a receiver and deal with quarterback later. He had 2 sacks in a playoff game. I want to see if I can get a 4th rounder instead. Give me a 4th. It almost gets done. What if I take the lesser of the 4ths? What if I just do that? Give me 2 5s. No, it's not budging. Just give me a 5th and I'll get out of your hair. I know we do have plenty of draft picks. I'll give you a 7th. And I'll find a way to make this work. Jakobi Meyers, 2 7ths for Nolan Smith and a 5th. You're kidding me. A 7th round pick years from now, 3 7ths for a 5th and Nolan Smith. That is huge. I don't really know what we're going to do with Tyree Wilson now. And we might want to trade back now into the later in the first. If we adjust lineup and look at the offense, the line looks great. Jed Wills is going to start over Parham. I'm sorry. This line looks great. Defensively, we are going to slot Nolan Jones down. He is not going to have number 48, I assure you. So Nolan Smith is a natural 82 overall. Linebacker is still interesting. Tyree Wilson now becomes an insanely good backup. And possibly trade chip at the end of the year. This is now a great defensive line. If we can get that linebacker that I so desire, then we could be set on defense. DB is still going to be interesting, as Porter will be our DB1, and Stokes very much will be our DB3. But I really like how this offense and defense is coming along. Carson Steele back at it. Quarterback is the only issue. And then we'll need another receiver. So I'm willing to now trade back in the first round out of that number 1 overall pick and see what I can't get for it.
Every career starts as a dream.
So we are going to pause the draft. Let's see. Review offers. What are we being offered for the number 1 overall pick? The Bears at pick 25 are offering us a haul. 3 firsts, multiple seconds. 3 firsts, multiple seconds. 2 firsts. 3 firsts for number 11. And a 3rd round pick this year, a 2nd round pick next year. Jags at pick 16. That's 3 second-round picks and 3 firsts. To the Falcons to go back to 20. I don't really know if I want to trade back all the way that far. As the Bears offer is intriguing because I don't know how good the Bears will be. The Browns. I'm trying to think of teams that realistically are trying to get their franchise quarterback. And I think it could be the Rams. So out of practicality, I'm going to accept the Rams offer and we'll move back to 11. Rams, number 1 on the clock. They take Gil Finley. The Saints, they take Carrington. The Seahawks have taken Terrell. The Steelers take Glenn Curtis, a receiver at number 4 overall. Cole Binns is to the Colts. The Panthers are on the clock, and they will take Kitchens. The Chargers will take Monty Smith. The Browns, they take Hemsley. The Jets will take Travin Hall. And the pick right before us, the Commanders have taken Cole McLeod. Let's take a look at the selections available for us. Jimmy Parker is right here. Espinoza, Alex Lordale, the 6'5" playmaker with great speed and good athletic qualities. Looks like he could be a monster for us, at least instantly in the slot. A monster slot. The 6'5" wide receiver is coming to Las Vegas. Alex Lordale, 47 overall at True Talent. He's a hidden dev 93 speed. A true monster jump ball. No issues catching with traffic. Soft hands that catches everything. Okay, so then how does he have several woes catching on film if you just said that he has no issue catching the ball, but he has trouble catching the ball? So what is that scouting report? Now we are going to sim pick by pick and see what happens the rest of this first round. It's going to be Michael Espinoza who goes to the Cardinals. He looks pretty good. David Shelby, that pick is in. Oh, and he looks really good. A power moves. Bryson Bradley. Good overall looking player. This is the draft to need defensive line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of the first 15 players. Now make it like, what is it now? Oh my goodness, there is a run on defensive tackle now. Finally, the first lineman is off the board. Back-to-back lineman, little run on lineman. As he looks like he could have been really good. Joey Esqueza. Esquiville. The corner. That's the George Harden I liked. He will probably be a monster. Michael Bowie. Or Bowie. Looks like. I believe he was supposed to be fairly good. Now tackles are going off the board quick. Christian Sinclair. Another defensive player. The first safety off the board. Interested to see how he looks. We know very little about him. And if his best trait is finesse move, as Quincy Newell is off the board to the Eagles. Richard Dotson, another edge player taken. DeMar Tiller is off the board. Greg Newton, another corner. Okay, yeah, he was the zone coverage guy that couldn't do anything else but play zone. Darren Tompkins, more corners going off the board here. As Isaiah Logan. And is there a player that we would want to get the 5th-year option on that is still sitting out here? Because that end looks insane. And the safety. So I'm assuming he's hybrid, yep. And he's tiny. A lot of running backs up at this point in the draft. Let's take a look at our favorites. Cody Grant is still here. Do I want to get a 5th-year option on Cody Grant? I don't know how much longer Cody Grant sits on this board. Melbain is someone I was looking at who looks like he could be really good. He's got a lot of C's on his chart. Jimmy Parker is still here. Deion Harper is probably out of the question for us, especially because he's nowhere near an athlete. Who would I prefer? Like, we know so much more. Yeah, no, because there's no point in taking Cody Grant. When I'm looking at Mike Davis, and it looks like everything is better except for short accuracy. And it might be the same. Break sacks less, so what? He's slightly less athletic. I'm not going to trade up here. He's look like, did they take a running back there? They did take a running back, and he looks like he's a damn good one out of Michigan State. Make my selection. Jimmy Parker is sitting right there. Another monster receiver in this receiving core could be fun. But we don't need 2 monster players. How good does this Lynch kid look like? Not a good athlete. And he has a... What's his tight end look like? Philip Cook, I understand we don't need him, but he looks great. Okay, so Philip Cook is going to be a top player. I can already tell he's going to be a steal in this draft. Nick Silva also has great awareness. There's another 6'5 receiver? How many are in this class? Oh my goodness. I'm going to go and take a look at... Hold on. Another 6'5 receiver? Holy hell. They're just all giants in this class. Let's take a look at the corners. There's like not a single good corner left here. Free safety. I think the pick here is going to be Micah Walls. Sees zone coverage. He's a hybrid safety. He looks like he's one of the better athletes in this class. He's got B-man coverage. He's big enough. He might be moved to corner. He's got great abilities. As we're going to find out how good is Micah Walls. He is the number 10 true player in this class. A great looking player with hidden dev. There we go. That's who we're getting at pick number 33. Saints will go, as we now have the 27th overall pick in the second round. Back-to-back centers go off the board. The quarterbacks are sticking. What teams want like any of these quarterbacks? Cody Grant, St. Brown Steeler. So he could be gone at pick 40. If he gets past the Browns, I'm pulling the trigger. If he gets past the Browns. He does get past the Browns. So he might actually just be bad. Oh, and I accidentally simmed to my pick. Phillip Cook is going to the Giants. And so it looks like the quarterbacks. Gary Werner! No! Gary Werner goes to the Bengals! Oh. I accidentally simmed the pick. But we took Mike Davis. Okay, well. I didn't even get to see what's good about Mike Davis. Okay, well. I really wanted Gary Werner. We're going to sim the next user pick. Okay, well that's slightly frustrating. A bunch of mistakes there as the rest of these quarterbacks look bad. What about linebacker? Is there any good linebackers left? Speed rush, speed rush. Pass coverage. A zone, elite speed, elite excel, a power move. So he's going to be an elite cover guy, and I can send him on blitzes. Andy Carter. Andy Carter, welcome to the team. 82 overall true value, 90 speed, hidden dev. So far out of all the picks I've made, we have gotten a hidden dev player every time. Let's see what's at pick 73. As George Tucker goes. I could have taken him. He had a man coverage. The thing is, his zone coverage was so bad as all of our favorites are off the board. Now I'm just looking for anything that looks exciting. LaMarcus Elam. Good speed. Can't run routes. You look slightly intriguing. You are very small to be playing an end. He's got A finesse moves. He has B power moves, but everything else looks solid. 93 true value, normal dev. Probably going to be a depth piece. A finesse moves. He could be a designated pass rusher for us. For up the middle as another defensive tackle goes, and here's our next pick. Or it's just not going to let me. Okay, well, that's annoying. I accidentally hit skip. We drafted a running back. I'm having an absolute blast right now, as I've accidentally simmed 2 picks. But it's the 3rd round. Make my selection. Pick player. I need to lock in. I'm tired. I've had a long day already today. Another run-stopping linebacker. No, he's very bad. He is actually tremendously bad. So corners. Who's left here? Is there any high awareness corners? There's a couple day 3 guys. A man-to-man. B-man coverage. C-zone. Bad athlete. But he's 6'2". Can't play press, but we're literally the final pick before the 4th round. 90 speed is not half bad. He's not going to be a good player by any stretch of the imagination, but he's a better player than what we... As we're going to have back-to-back picks here. First pick of the 4th round. It's another 6'5" corner out of Appalachia. 6'3". All these corners are massive. Brian Westbrook. All the guys I like are pass rushers, and I don't think we need them. Like, this linebacker class is so deep, but we don't need them. Devontae Green. B-man. Good athlete. We're taking a swing at back-to-back corners here. And he is 73 overall true value. Looks like a very good athlete. Normal dev, however. And we will sim to next user pick, which is in the 5th round. And we're going to have multiple picks coming up here very quickly. Dakota Bender has to be, like, bad, right? Like, there's no reason for him to stick on the... Like, hold up. Look at these receivers. They're massive. Okay, if there was one that could play corner, that would be fun. He's got B awareness. What does Jamar Hamilton do? I think I've already looked at him. He only can, like, cover. Dakota Bender, are you fast? He is not fast. But he can catch like no other, but he cannot run a route to get open. Let's just do combine score. Who has the fastest 40 time remaining? So, do you have great speed? 3rd fastest wide receiver. Can't run routes. Looks fairly bad. I don't really know what I want here. This is like late in the 5th round. There's normally a center or something that's good here. Attribute. Oh, okay. Well, this center looks amazing. Just off the jump. Okay, athlete. He's got a couple D's. But he's got a couple A's. So maybe that counters that. Counteractive. It's not. Bad pick, but it's late into the round, so it doesn't necessarily matter. Sim to next pick. Strong safety. Looks okay. These receivers are still intriguing. Is there any receiver that looks like could be a steal? What's Johnny Grant do? Can't run routes. Good athlete. Can hold on to the ball, but cannot run a route at all. None of these receivers look like they're good for much of anything. Post UDFA receiver? Any of you guys exciting? Tight end. Don't need another tight end. But it could be 6'8". Hello? And you have elite speed. Huh? You're 6'8" and you have elite speed at tight end. Please. I don't care if you're bad. You're 6'8" and have 87 speed. Hello? This is at least fun. Played college basketball for 2 years. Why'd you stop? You're 6'8". Former high school wide receiver needs work on catching. Okay, I don't care. 6'8" is fun. 6'8" I can play with. Next user pick, first pick in the 6th round. Make a selection. Yeah, the corner's best attributes is block, shedding, and tackle. Dakota Bender's been staring at me for a while now. I don't know if Raphael Compton is going to be better. Looks like he's very much not. They're both bad. What about quarterbacks? Is there an elite quarterback secretly hiding here? Andrew Schmidt out of Los Angeles Tech. We already drafted a running back, fullback. I mean, we have a lead block is fun. He's actually a real fullback. That is ranked 30th in the class? Okay. This is either the worst class of all time. Is this guy's a first-round talent? Like, obviously he's a fullback, so no. But that's fun. Next user pick, and this will be our last selection of the day. Dakota Bender. It's Cole Devine looks fine. Cole Bender. Or Dakota Bender. Welcome to Vegas. Okay, enough speed. You're 6'5". That should play. That is going to end this draft for us. Okay, so the game wants me to start Mike Davis, who has... I can actually find out. I have all the things to be able to find out. Carter, I'm going to throw over to being an outside linebacker. I think Carter's going to get the start. Walls might start over Simmons. So I know I want Simmons starting. Special teams, we have our kicker and punter. We're good there. Offensively, Jed Wills needs to start getting stopped, moved out. Mike Davis, I need to see if he has star dev or better. Then that's good. I'm actually happy that the team is what is let's go franchise staff. Let's view talent tree. And what is it? It's I've seen enough. Alright, and then we're going to need just a little bit more to get more of the after-school tutorings. I need to see how good is this quarterback kid going to be. If he has superstar development, then it's a no-brainer. He's our franchise quarterback, I guess, for now. And he has superstar. Okay. So, Mike Davis, what are you bad at? He has elite throw power. His accuracies are great. His awareness is terrible, and he's a great athlete. Thank God the CPU took him. Thank God. Okay. Edit player. I'm going to equip him. So what number do I want him to have? You know what? Give him Josh Allen's number. He plays like Josh Allen. Mike Davis could be a fun piece for the future. What number is Alex? I think I want to make Alex Lordell a lower number. Alright, so now that we are in to training camp, I think we need to do rushing attack for Genty, wide receiver battles. One of them will be Lordell, the other one will be Betch. And we're going to see what Mike Davis looks like throwing the football. He's got superstar development. And let's see what number 15 looks like. Bullseye on his first ball. Gets it out almost immediately. Very quick release. Gets on you very quick. Okay. I'm liking what I'm seeing early from Mike Davis. Hits both, and Betch did not catch it. Okay. Bullseye. In a ring hit. There we go. We're slowly starting to cook. Oh, well, bit early on that one. Alright. I'll see you at the end of this session. Alright, so we got gold, despite Zach Betch not catching that one. On to the next. Let's make Genty a 90 overall now, shall we? Got gold for Genty. Wide receiver battle. Let's see what Alex Lordell can do. Oh, he's matched up on Eric Stokes. Okay, that should be free. 400. I don't know if Lordell's going to get number 7. I feel like I almost rather have him have a better number than that. Stokes is going to swat that away. Okay, well, restart that. Okay, now that we're done with training camp, I know don't off-season workouts. Time to check in on Genty. Back from off-season workout coach. I worked on specific drills and trained. My morale had a lot to do with my progress. I'm a leader. He has earned a lot of XP, plus some nice upgrades. We are not going to play preseason games. However, we will sim week to week. Ashton Genty has 2 upgrades available. Time to make him a 92 overall. As he should have more upgrades available. Jack Betch has 2 upgrades. We will give him 2 playmaker upgrades. So he jumps up significantly. He should be an 80 overall receiver by the start of the season. Jack Betch has been huge for us and will continue to be huge for us. Alex Lordell is getting 2 upgrades. He will be up to a 75 to start the season. And we will know of his dev trait. He is at least a superstar wide receiver. This draft looks like it's already been fantastic for us, as Andy Carter will continue to boost his ability to cover. I do not care about his ability to rush the passer. All I relatively care about is how good he is in coverage. As he gets +4 to man coverage, he is so fast. Not great at rushing the quarterback, but does have good cover skills. A.J. Cole has an upgrade. Nakobe Dean also has an upgrade. Nakobe Dean will be up to an 80 overall player. 80 overall pass coverage linebacker. +2 to zone coverage, giving him now 75 overall. Mike Davis is going to be up to a 70 overall. I will give him an improviser upgrade and make him go up to 72? +5 to middle accuracy? He just got a +3 overall on one upgrade. He looks like he could be a star for us. I might have to make him a captain for the start of season. Joe Milton. His run at the starting quarterback spot was fun, to say the least. He will be up to a 69 overall, with another upgrade supposedly right there. He's past the XP amount that he needs for another upgrade. A.J. Cole is going to be up +2 with a power upgrade. Kick accuracy, as he has already 97 kick power. One of the better punters in the league. And we'll sim the rest. Time to talk offensive coordinator. What does the offensive coordinator want us to do? I'm assuming they're going to talk about position battles. Yeah, just be careful what you commit to. So, press conference for training camp and preseason. If they're talking about QB battle, at the right end position, according to most experts, winner of the battle, but which stat will determine? There will not be a battle. Smith Jr. is our starter. Well in the locker room. Your players lost trust in you because you didn't allow the players to fight for a job. Morale drops by... Okay, well... How bad does that affect this team? Oh my god. They're down all 2 overall. And then, let me guess. Tyree Wilson is the one that got disrespected, and he's the only one that not... Okay. Training camp, we're talking with Nolan My personality can be a problem. There may be some truth about that. I know I'm intense. I don't want you to change. You're an intense player. I want you to remain being an intense player. His morale has raised by 20 points. So I've done everything to get this team ready for next season. Our team going into the year, the morale is down because it's so stupid. I have a player that's significantly better than another. Like, why would there be a competition between someone who is 7 overall points better? I say there is no competition, so that pisses off the entire team. One player is significantly better than the other. This is why I hate all those things, because it's so stupid. I should just not address those position battles at all. So the team's going to come in playing down to start the year. This is going to be what the team looks like to start the year. Mike Davis looks like he's going to be the franchise quarterback of the future. Defensively, Darren Porter will be CB1. Baker will be CB2. Walls will be our starting free safety. This is what our defense is going to be looking like going into year 2. Special teams. I kind of want Thornton returning everything. Thornton and Green can be our 2 return men.
Speedster. If he can develop into something, he could be fun. But that is going to do it. I'm going to off-camera assign our scouting department. And then we'll be ready to play week 1 against the Broncos. So thank you so much for watching the off-season edition of Raiders franchise. I'll see you for that Broncos game sometime soon.